We can give it one more minute. So I still see a few people whose cameras aren't on. Tamia and Christian, Alana, Shane, Ted, and Munir, if we can get your cameras on so we can see who we're talking to. We've got one more minute and we're going to start. Cameras up, everybody. We'll give it one more minute to see if we can get everybody's cameras up. Again, please, everybody, camera up.
Yeah.
If you're ready to go to work, we need your cameras on. And somebody's got some noise in the background, so mute yourself for right now. We're going to start. Okay, someone's got a lot of noise in the background, so please mute yourself for the time being. So we're going to start. I'm going to introduce myself first, and then I'm going to introduce some of the people who are going to present themselves as folks who are going to help our program get started. First of all, some of you I have not met, and I'm going to be still admitting people here, so forgive me. Okay, my name is Kevin. Last name is Clark. Dakar Foundation for the Performing Arts, and I just started a brand new 501c3 public foundation called the Buffalo Soldiers Foundation, Educational Foundation. And I am partnering with Munir Mahmood, Heartbeat Studios, General Manager. This is a Zoom call to get everybody established for something that we're putting together as a work-ready opportunity for folks who are work-ready. So I'm going to introduce Munir, who's going to give us some introduction.
I sent you an email with the log-on information.
Okay.
Yeah, I just sent another email for the Kevin Hart thing. It's time.
Please mute yourself if you're not speaking right now. If you're not presenting, please mute yourself.
You working?
You good?
Kevin, you should mute everybody, Kev.
Okay.
Oh shit. Hey, muted. I already did that.
Okay. I'm sorry about that, guys. All right now. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Again, my name is Kevin Clark, Dakar Foundation for the Performing Arts. We're going to start because I plan on giving everybody their time back by 10:45. This is really an opportunity to introduce ourselves. There'll be some Q&A, but I want to introduce Munir Mahmood, General Manager from Heartbeat Studios. Munir, if you can, introduce yourself and try and set us up for an opportunity to meet you where you are and where they are.
Okay, thanks, Kevin. As Kevin has so eloquently already explained, I'm Munir Mahmood, and I am the head of stage operations for Heartbeat Studios. Something Kevin Clark and I have been working on along for a couple of years now is Heartbeat Academy. And what it is it's when Kevin Hart and I kind of came up with the idea, it was a way to utilize our TV and film studio as a school. You know, we were realizing that the opportunities in TV and film were going to people that, you know, were already in the system. And we wanted to create an opportunity for people that weren't already in the system to be included. So part of what this program is, and part of what I was working with Kevin Clark on was finding a group of I don't want to say students, but just, people with energy, ready to learn, people that are eager to explore new opportunity. One of the things that we talk about was when you talk about entertainment business, it's generally people look at it as either the cameraman or the actor or the director. But there are hundreds of other opportunities and careers where people are making $200,000, $300,000 a year, and they're not on camera. You know what I mean? These are, from PAs to lighting to set design. So part of what we want to do is let's introduce people to those opportunities. So that's really what the Heart program was about. And I'm just looking for people who are ready to be eager, who are open to learning, and who will step into an opportunity when presented. You know what I mean? So, that's kind of the quick rundown about what it is. Obviously, we'll present more documentation so you guys can really dig in, and eventually we'll all do a face-to-face at the stage. But that's a little snippet.
Okay, great. There'll be an opportunity for some questions, but I'm going to introduce a few people who are going to try to help us set up the program. I'm going to start with Ted Milner. Ted, if you can introduce yourself, give a little background on yourself, and set the stage.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ted Milner. My wife and I own an entertainment employment agency called Executive Temps. We've been doing that for about close to almost 40 years now. And we service Warner Brothers, Disney, ABC, Paramount, CBS, majority of the major studios at one time or another. We placed thousands in the industry, many who are now executives, running production companies and heads of studios and networks that you and I watch on a daily basis. So Kevin brought me in really to talk really about the workplace and what's needed in the workplace. How do I become an excellent worker? But more importantly, how do I leverage myself once I get hired to the position that I desire? How do I fulfill my dreams and my passions? And so hopefully we'll get a chance to talk a little bit about that today.
Great. Another individual that's worked with me, and I'm going to have him introduce himself. His name is Shane Hyman. Shane, if you can introduce yourself briefly.
Hi, good evening. Actually, a morning, afternoon, depending on where everybody's coming in from. We've been having a lot of national and international meetings today so far. But yeah, Shane Hyman, proud to participate with Kevin Clark, Dakar Foundation, and Buffalo Soldiers Education Foundation, software publisher, data engineer, solutions architect, and a lot of what I've done is around broadcasting, doing podcasts and things of that nature. So the audio engineering and the video and so forth. But there's a lot of side skills as well that are important, which is dealing with personalities and understanding yourself and being able to read the room and read situations and just position yourself to get some traction in the area or the direction that you want to go in, and making sure that you can track and measure progress to see that you are improving. So just happy to be involved and make an impact. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Shane. Oscar Aguayo, can you introduce yourself, please?
Thank you, Kevin. Good morning, everyone. And also been having some international meetings in the morning too. So afternoon as well, or evening, I should say. Oscar Aguayo, I am one of the co-founders and president of a nonprofit here in South Central Los Angeles called Conexión. We focus a lot on entrepreneurship with the youth and also young adults. One of the key roles that I'm doing with the Dakar Foundation is on the administration side, but also identifying areas where we're educating a lot of the participants about leadership skills, soft skills, and other areas that Kevin and I have planned for other type of programs. But I'll be working on the administration side. Thank you.
Thank you, Oscar. Okay, now I'm going to introduce a couple of people who've been working with me, and they haven't been apprentices. They've actually been folks who've been shoulder to shoulder, working really to establish the mindset and the skill set of people who can actually be peer-to-peer mentors. A lot of what we're going to be doing is really hoping to get you guys prepared to work together collaboratively. And as part of that, we're using mentorship, and that's going to be a very important thing to really focus on, because mentorship is really, again, people who have big hearts, big ears, and sometimes little mouths. Not going to talk you to death. They're going to be people who are going to lead by example. And these are people who are really volunteering in many cases, their time, their skills. And these are the people who I think that, again, are going to exemplify folks who are going to give you an opportunity to, at some point, be leaders and be able to hopefully, you know, have your own cruise at one point down the road. So some of the people I'm going to introduce are people I've worked with. One of the people that I'm going to point out is Mafu. If you can introduce yourself.
How you doing, everybody? My name is Mpondro Varela. I go with my nickname Mapu, or you guys can call me Mop if you want. And overall, I've been working with Kevin the past couple months, pretty much learning from him for how to do cinematography, videography, and PA work. And then from there, on my personal note, I've been working with the County of Los Angeles for the General Services Department as a infrastructure specialist, IT professional, and work with CSU as in CSU at DH in Monterey Bay, as well as desktop support.
Great, thank you, Mafu. Meet a couple more people there. Another person I'm going to point out is Wyken. Recently been, shoulder to shoulder with him, but he's a young man that has a lot of leadership skills and has a very, very good focus on where I think we want to go in terms of bringing people into leadership, but also people who are willing to, again, be pliable and be able to kind of come in with good energy. So, Wyken, if you can introduce yourself.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much for that introduction. I appreciate you so much. My name is Wyken Harris. For the past 6 years, I've been running and operating my own creative agency. And recently, I was given the honor and privilege to work closely with the Sola Foundation. It's a huge foundation in South Central where we partner with brown and black youth and create creative entrepreneur opportunities for them. I'm actually running their creative agency class right now, while I'm also leading Sola's creative agency, where we are now partnering with different sponsors and bringing the youth and talent and all these really great opportunities to people who really deserve it. So my background has definitely been mentorship for the past couple months, and I'm just super excited and grateful for everybody here. I have actually some of my team members in the chat as well, so shout out to you guys. And it's just a great opportunity to really utilize my skills to teach the next generation, pass on knowledge, and understand what it's like to collaborate. I think in today's day and age, the biggest thing holding people back is the inability to collaborate with people. We need to be people. We are in the people business. So how we interact with the world around us will change and dictate how we move. So for me, it's really about bringing humbleness, content strategy, and intention to every move and action that we make.
Okay. Thank you, Wyken. I'm now going to introduce, I think Dr. Dorsey, is he on? He's trying to get on the call. Is Dr. Dorsey here? No, I guess he's not on the call. I guess he didn't make it on yet. All right, Alana, if you can let us see your face for a minute. I believe you're really important to our program. So Alana, if you can introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Alana Morgan. I can and plan to contribute to the card by giving some insight and training insight and assistance with cognitive development because how you feel and how you interact with everyone is a trainable situation, and it's a very important skill to make sure that you enjoy what you're doing and everybody enjoys you. So I guess my input is there to basically mostly assist on cognitive development for the apprentices, and assist with any other administrative or creative work that I can.
Thank you, Alana. Okay,
You're
now
welcome.
this is the time that I want to be able to open up the floor for everybody that's on this call. This is now the time for you to open up your microphones because we need to know who you are. And I'm going to ask you to keep it to 60 seconds or less. We're recording this. There are a few people who are not on the call who need to know who you are. So if you can, I'm going to start and I'm going to call you up by name. Jordan J.B. Brown, can you open your mic up and let us know who you are and what you plan to contribute to the program?
Morning, everybody. My name is Jordan Brown. I go by JB. I was actually invited to the call by Mr. Milner, which I'm very honored to be invited by. I feel like what you guys are doing is amazing, and I hope, hopefully, I could just learn as much as I can and just be a very eager student and just be active. It's very excited. So thank you.
Thank you, JB. Next person. Again, everybody open their microphone so you don't have to get ready. Alan, if you can open up your mic and give us a brief introduction about who you are and what you plan on bringing to the program.
Hello, my name is Alan Abril. I work as a professional cinematographer for the last 5-6 years. I work as a camera PA at a production studio in North Hollywood called Bandwagon Media. I've also done freelance services for weddings, engagement shoots, you name it, for the last 5 years. I'm also a licensed and registered drone operator through the FAA. So I believe I'm very excited to be part of this program. And if I had the opportunity to work with you, I'd love to do photo, video, and drone operation and just be creative. So I'm very much looking forward to it. So thank you so much.
Wow, thank you, Alan. That was great contribution there. Okay. Whoever has got, okay, I'm gonna mute you. All right. Next person says iPhone, don't have your name. But whoever's on an iPhone that doesn't have their name up, please introduce yourself. I'm going to ask for the iPhone person. You're the only iPhone person on here.
I guess that's me. I'm Santos. I'm from the Heaven Studios. I record. I manage audio engineering lab.
Okay, wait a minute. Can we start all over again? All right, let's start one more time. All right, first, last name, and then again, who you are and what you plan on bringing to the program.
My name is Hector Santos. I'm from the Heaven Studios. I'm an audio engineer, and I record music, so I can help out in any way with our studio. You know, whatever we can do to work with the foundation, like we're available. We'll be able to talk it out, and I'm pretty much here to support in any way. You know.
Okay, well, thank you for that. I believe there's another person with iPhone on, but I'm going to get through everybody who's got a name, and then I'll get back to the last person who you'll know who you are because you won't be called upon. Patricia Cage.
Yes. Hi,
Yes.
my name is Patricia Cage. Hello, everyone. I was given the privilege being invited by Kevin to be a part of this. I hope to share my knowledge of working in the industry as a producer writer. I've worked in all facets from talk shows, reality TV, entertainment news, red carpets, clip shows, digital, as well as integration and branding, programming, and development. I also write and create programming and pitch as well. So I'm just basically hoping to share my knowledge and really inspire those who are a part of this program.
Thank you, Patricia. Okay, next, CJ Campbell.
Hello, everybody. My name is CJ. My main focus has normally been music. In the past couple months, I've been focusing more so on photography with friends like Alan and Sunny. Sunny is the one who invited me. So what I would like to contribute, mixing, mastering any sound stuff. I could be a cameraman. I'd like to take photos. And I'm very interested in storyboarding and screenwriting. So if there's anything needed for me there, I would like to grow in that field. Thank you.
Okay, great. Next person, the Haven Studios.
No,
Yes,
that was
sir.
Santos, and he already spoke.
Yeah, I already introduced myself.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. Next up is Marcus. So everybody, open up your mics so that we're ready for you, Marcus.
Hey everybody. My name is Marcus Pickens. I was actually invited by the executive director of the Social Justice Learning Institute. His name is Derek Steele. I am a career readiness counselor. So essentially my job is to ensure that the Black and Brown youth that come up through our program are ready to, they have like their soft skills, they're ready to enter the the workforce. And additionally, I'm a content creator on the side. So, I like to talk about certain issues going on in the world and stuff like that. Lastly, what I could contribute to the space is, I can, I can bring one of my biggest goals really is to like build pipelines to create opportunities for Black and Brown youth. So that's one of my main goals, but also too, just as a part-time content creator, I can definitely assist with anything, production wise as well. That's within my wheelhouse.
Thank you, Marcus. Okay. Kamaya Walker.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kamaya Walker. I am hoping that I can bring to this program an open mind. While I do have a substantial amount of live action experience both in the office and on set and physical production, I'm hoping that I can learn just as much as I know, so that I can be a mentor to someone else in the future.
Thank you, Kamaya. Tamia.
Hi, everybody. My name is Taimie. I recently moved here from Pennsylvania about 3 months ago. I'm really excited to be here. I was invited by my mentor, Keisha Washington. I have a podcast called Through Our 20s, and I do content creating. So I usually talk about music and producers on my TikTok and Instagram. As far as the program, I'm really excited to learn more about everything involved behind the camera. So thank you for having me.
Thank you, Tamia. All right, Torin Brown.
Oh, does my audio work okay? My mic's sometimes not the best.
You're good.
I'm Torin. I was invited by Sunny, and I've mainly been a screenwriter, but I learned everything else in the film industry related, as well as photography. So I'm just excited to learn more as a creative and work with more people.
Okay, thank you, Torin. Youssef.
Hello, my name is Yusuf. I was invited by FMWC. I plan on bringing an open mindset and pleased to be here.
Okay, that's pretty short. Okay, good. I think, did Melindu already speak?
Oh, no, hi.
Okay, Melindu, please.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Melindu Longa, and I was invited by Wyken. And basically, I've been doing video for about maybe a year and a half now, seeing a lot of content stuff for like musicians and a lot of artists and things like that, doing like a lot of interviews recently. So I'm getting more experience, and I just want to be able to be a part of this and help out any way I can.
Thanks, Melindu. All right, thank you. Okay, Sterling. Mohammed, if you can open your mic up and also let us see your face again. Okay, going once. Going twice. Okay, well, maybe we'll
Is
get
my
back to you.
microphone working?
Your mic's great. Let's see your face again, Sterling. We saw you earlier, but let's see your face again.
Okay. Well, that's not supposed to be happening. There we go.
There we go.
I'm Sterling. I I make video games. I stream video games. Uh, I also write. I'm bad at public speaking.
Join the crowd, Sterling. I'm not too good either, so we'll all get better together.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, Damone, we saw you on there for a brief minute. Can you open up your mic and let us see your face for a few minutes? And you're one of our favorite friends. Tell us what you've been doing with us for the last 2 or 3 years and where you came from.
I'm Damone. I'm a recent graduate of California State University in Northridge, and most of my experience comes from working with the Adobe Suite and Autodesk Maya. That's about it.
Okay, thank you, Damone. Okay, Zakia Scott.
Hi, my name is Zakia Scott. What I'm bringing to your course is I'm a support service representative for FMWC. So anybody who is referred to you guys by FMWC, I will be supporting them throughout this process. So if you guys need any help with them or I can be a help, please reach out to me.
Great, thank you, Zakia. We'll definitely need support for anybody, not only from your organization, but maybe from anybody else's organization, because we're looking for mentorship. This is going to be very important for everybody to kind of chip in and help out for for any situations that are needed. So thank you.
Well, I'm here for it.
Okay, great. All right, next, Basil, if we can see your face. Your mic's open, but we need to see your face.
Yeah, hi, Mr. Clark. Thank you for pronouncing my name. That was very well done. I appreciate it. My name is Basil Pov. I was also introduced by Sunny. I've been a professional working musician for the last 5 to 6 years. I mainly play guitar, but I also produce, mix, master, all that jazz. Just excited to learn about Dakar and all they have to offer. And I'm excited to be here.
You're welcome. Thank you, Basil. Okay, I think we've got a few more people. JP, I know you're at work, but if we can see your face and you can just introduce yourself, one of our old steady hands here.
Hi everyone, my name is JP. I am a cinematographer and an actor, and I've been working alongside Kevin for like the past 2 years. I used to actually be an apprentice of his, and after my apprentice graduation, now I currently work under him. And it's very nice to meet you guys. Sorry, I'm a little bit busy right now. I'm currently at work, as you can see. I'm also an EMT, but yeah, it's nice to meet everyone, and hopefully I get to work with you guys soon.
Thank you, JP. Okay, now there was one person. I think no. Okay, no, I know it is. iPhone now is George. George, can you open your mic and introduce yourself?
Hello, sorry about earlier, but my name is George. I am a photographer, and I was actually invited by Wyken Harris, who I've actually used to work with a lot when we started off in photography, and was actually part of SRA for a while. And he invited me to the call, and I was just curious to see what's there to offer here in this program, and I'm very interested to see what kind of projects we can come up with, but not only that, being able to make captivating, not just content, but captivating photography, stuff that really gravitates towards people and brings people along with the story, being able to just inspire and create, and being able to just share that with people, and for them to even connect through photography and even possibly in future cinematography.
Well, thank you, George. Thank you for introducing yourself. Okay, guys. Here's the most important part now. We are trying to match everybody's not only interest, but their skill set with roles that we can fill out. We'll have, so I guess if everybody can mute your mic right now, because we're going to get into the last part of the program. I'm going to try to give you guys back your time by 10:45. So is there anybody here that has not filled out an onboarding form? I see a lot of names that I'm not familiar with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the chat a link to a form that allows you to introduce yourself formally so that you can actually help us match your skill set. It's not just a resume or a portfolio, but it's really, again, an opportunity to figure out where we can put you in our program so that you can be able to not only contribute, but maybe we can actually help you get to the places where you want to be. The goal of this program is really to get people prepared for W-2 employment. Is there anybody on the call that doesn't know what W-2 employment is? Raise your hand.
That'd be for the union, right? Sorry if I'm wrong about that.
Well, that is true. Union is definitely a potential destination, but W-2 means full-time employment or could be part-time employment, but literally getting a job or a career pathway with a W-2 tax identification as opposed to a 1099 or a contractor. Our goal is to get everybody here in a position where they can actually start to have an opportunity to get not a living wage, but a prevailing wage and a career pathway. As we know, the careers that most of us are trying to get here and get into and thrive in, it's undergoing a lot of consternation right now. There's a lot of contraction, but there's a lot of expansion for people who are still wide open for learning. So the things that we're going to hopefully have you guys engage us with is your ability to quickly understand how to learn some tools. They could be AI, they could be other tools. We don't know what's next, but AI is going to be definitely one of the things we're going to be looking at in terms of exposing people to things that will help you use those tools, master those tools, and be able to get certifications. What Munir mentioned was that he's looking for people who are ready to go to work. It's my goal to get anybody on this call to be prepared to work for Heartbeat Studios and Heartbeat Production. So there was at some point an offer to get people placed in positions that would be entry level. Our goal for entry level positions is at least $20 an hour. It's not a lot of money. It's not a living wage right now in Los Angeles County. Nobody can thrive or even survive on $20 an hour full time or part time. But what we're looking for is people who are willing to take the opportunity to be an employee of Heartbeat or one of our other affiliate organizations who are looking for talent. And that's the key thing, is that we're looking for people who not only have talent, but have the determination and the heart, no pun intended, to learn and to do anything necessary to showcase their ability to step up to the plate and fill a position or role that one of our employers are looking for. The most important thing that I would like to ask right now is that, I'm going to put the form in there, but I think this is a chance for somebody who really is brave enough to say, hey, I don't understand anything or everything that's expected of me. So I'd like to have anybody ask any questions, because we don't really know how to serve you if you don't give us any questions you may have that we can answer. We've got a couple of people on here I think can answer some questions right now, but questions are going to be very important, and there's no question that's a dumb question.
Kevin, I'd like to take that opportunity if you wouldn't mind.
Sure, go ahead, Mike.
One of the biggest things for me, and I feel like a lot of young entrepreneurs don't have this ability yet, is a true background in financial literacy and business finance, right? So when you're starting your business, you know, what is an LLC? What is an S corp? These things matter because, you know, whether it's a W-9 or any of these financial papers, a lot of people, especially my age, don't know what this is. So I would just love to put that out there. I would love to emphasize that strategy first and really understanding, letting the cohort understand what it means to be a business and to fully operate. Because we, as a business, we have to pay taxes, we have to pay our employees, and these are things where whether we're with the Dakar Foundation or 10 years now running our own foundations or our own businesses, we're going to need these knowledge and insight. So that's just something that I would love to put out there. I know we discussed it in our conversation yesterday, but you know, for me, I think that's like the biggest thing. One of the biggest hurdles that I had to personally go through was becoming financially literate and understanding these key principles.
Well, thank you for that, Wyken. You know, I'm quite a bit older than you guys, and I'm still figuring that out myself. I've had quite a few hurdles in trying to stay compliant with IRS tax codes, permits, and all other things that will keep me in business or keep me prepared for any opportunity legally. The industry is really looking for people who are innovative, but at the end of the day, if there's an opportunity that's going to come your way, you still have to be ready for it. And it means that you're going to have to be in a position to show that you've got all the paperwork together. Without your paper working for you, you're not going to have any chance to really take an opportunity to scale. So that's going to be an important part of what I plan on having a workshop on all the things we can do to make sure that we understand how a person can make sure that they're work ready, career ready, and be able to know, especially what not financial literacy, but financial management is. So thank you for that one, Wyken. That is a very important workshop. Any other questions?
What is a W-9? Well, 99.
Okay, this is going to be this is going to be why I'm put into the chat the form that I want everybody to copy and fill out. But yeah, we're going to have again a training program that's going to be modular, and all of the modular training is going to be weighted against the things that we can find out from you guys or what your needs are. I think everybody's creative here, but again, the most important thing is what are your unmet needs to be sustainable. So for W-9 and 1099, I won't take the time to be technical about those things, but you will learn what those things are if you're in this program. But I'm going to ask Ted, if you can you take a stab at what a 1099 and a W-9 may be for that person who asked that question?
Yes. First, let me tell you what it's not. So let's say you go and you work at Starbucks. They're going to give you what is called a W-2 because you're an employee of Starbucks. So you work, you put in your hours, you fill out your time card, and at the end of the year, they're going to give you a W-2. That W-2 is going to say you earned $15,000. And from that $15,000 receipt, a W-2, you're going to give it to your tax guy. Your tax guy in return is going to tell you got this much money coming back at the end of the year. A W-9 is a form that's usually from business to business. So let's say that you just started a brand new business, and maybe you're a video photographer, and so I hire you through my company to do video. You're not a W-2 employee because you're not working for me as an employee. I'm hiring you as a contractor. Then I send you a W-9, and a W-9 says you fill out, and I turn this to the IRS to say this is the person I hired. And all those forms, W-9, 1099s, and W-2s is all for the government to get their money. And so it's required by the state of California that I report that, and so that I can write that off on my taxes. If you don't report it, over time, you can really get in trouble. So for those who are just looking for employment, don't get caught up and be concerned on the 1099, the W-9. You're probably going to be, as Kevin said earlier, a W-2 employee. For those that are starting companies, that stuff will come into play. So just don't let it rock your boat. It's not that deep.
Thank you for that question. Please, again, this is the chance for us to get a little bit better understanding of who you are. And again, questions are going to be the real fruit that we have to harvest here. If we don't have questions from you, we won't know anything about what your needs are. So
I have
I'm
a
gonna.
question. I'm sorry to
Okay,
interrupt
Timmy
you,
Egg.
Kevin.
Timmy Egg, please. Yeah, go ahead, Timmy.
How frequent will we be visiting the studio? I think you may have told me, but I'm not sure. I think I forgot.
True, right. We had planned on having this orientation in person a lot earlier. But we thought it was important to have this orientation, or at least this introduction via Zoom, because we're really trying to boil down 30 people. That's the number that we've discussed that would allow us to take a cohort of individuals that would allow us to be able to take those 30 people and break them into groups that can be rotating on projects and learning different things, as opposed to just doing workshops and learning a lot of concept and theory. My goal really is we have one more group of folks that we're going to do an introduction. So my plan is to do that one next week, and then kind of take all of the folks that we can get onboarded. That's why this document is so important in the chat box. Without that document, we don't know who you are, and we can't really start to figure out how we can round out our 30. So if you have not filled out that form, then you aren't going to be in the program, and we can't count you as part of the 30, and we can't start the program on time. So I encourage everybody. Go ahead.
Real quick, I just wanted to point out that the form is not in the chat, so we don't have access to it. I just wanted to make that very clear.
Okay.
Thank you.
Make sure. Okay, let me make sure that is. So I just sent it to one person. No wonder it's not in there. Okay. You guys see it now?
Yep.
Sorry about that. I just sent it to Alana. Okay. Thank you for pointing out, Wyken. So that is the form that we need everybody to fill out as quickly as you can. It's
Excuse
not
me,
that.
Mr. Clark. I hate to interrupt again, but this is the editing version of the form, not for us to fill out.
Okay. So there you go. I can't chew bubblegum and walk. So let me get this to you. And Marcus, while I'm trying to get that together, please start with your question.
Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, I'm a career readiness counselor for the Social Justice Learning Institute, and my primary job again is to get like the youth prepared and ready for the workforce, but also a deeper part of my job is to help the youth get aligned with a career that is for them, right? And then, so my question is really about the greater like apprenticeship opportunity that you have through the CAR Foundation with your partnership with Heartbeat Productions. I just wanted to know, so you're only selecting 30 people right now for this apprenticeship, but will there be opportunities for that for like a new cohort in the future? And also too, like if I have some youth who I think that would be a good fit for your program, could I also like go ahead and send them the link, or do they need to like attend like an orientation similar to this?
It's a great question. We're looking at this apprenticeship opportunity for 30 people, but we do have something called a pre-apprenticeship program, which is more career exploration and career discovery. That program is going to happen in short order, but we still need to get through with this apprenticeship program. So pre-apprenticeship programming is something that we believe will be for the folks who, let's say we have more than 30 people and we have to make a decision as to who we put into the program and who may not make the cut. They will be in the pre-apprenticeship program. So we're still trying to tabulate who is going to be, again, the 30 people that we're going to try to put through our apprenticeship program. Because with the apprenticeship program, it's very structured. And for those who don't know what an apprenticeship program it's really not a program, it's a commitment. It's a year-long work program with the state of California and the federal government. And we have a lot of reporting. And with the reports, we have to do a lot of findings and be able to analyze what the experience is for everybody, for both the worker and the employer. So for these 30 people, it's really going to be a very important experience to find out how successful we are in creating something that's going to be an experience that we can scale so that we can take the pre-apprenticeship programming people, put them in a pipeline, and get them prepared for an apprenticeship program at some point in the future. But we believe 30 people is really the round number that we can handle at one time. So I don't know if I've answered your question, but again, we definitely want to intake everybody that has interest in being part of the apprenticeship program or the pre-apprenticeship program.
Got you. Will you be having, do you guys plan on having other cohorts, like maybe after this cohort is complete?
Yes, absolutely. I think probably some of you have heard of the term project-based learning.
Yes.
So we're going to be working on real projects, real productions, real assignments. So the goal is to get people hired, not to just give them projects. So as we get to a place where people have shown the ability to work their way through and get the attention of the job hires, that's where I think people will have an opportunity to be picked off and be hired beyond just our cohort and the projects we're working on. So the goal really is to take people who get taken out of the apprenticeship program and replace those people with people who are in the pipeline. Could be pre-apprenticeship or could be people that we haven't even met yet. So the goal is to continue to rotate people through as we go.
Got you. One more question, and then I'm
Let
done.
me just interject with you real quick, Marcus, before you kind of continue on that.
Okay.
Get you more inside of like what's going on with like the Car Foundation. For example, like with me, I've been with the Car Foundation for this past 7 months with the apprenticeship program, and we have another brother who's already graduated, who's in the car right now for JP specifically, and he's already graduated with the apprenticeship program, right? So that kind of gives you like a perspective of like what happens when you're inside the pipeline and what is going to happen after the pipeline. We all have our separate careers, whether we continue doing what we're doing full time, whether we create our own business and do whatever, everything's different. Like a little bit about me, like specifically, I made my own business, and that's what I'm trying to do with that entrepreneurship through the apprenticeship program. JP is doing something very similar to me as well. And for people who are going to be part of it, I'm going to assume that they're going to do something very similar to what I'm doing and what we're being explained and kind of talked about through the apprenticeship program. And then, as you can see, we have a really high retention rate to people stay with, the Dakar Foundation after, their graduation, right, from the apprenticeship program. That kind of makes sense. And so he's looking for 30 people. I'm not 100% sure if I'm already included in the 30 or not. However, I'm assuming that it's going to be 30 more people since I'm going to be working with people as more of like a mentor type role. If that kind of answers your question.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it sounds phenomenal. This is like really good. Again, my last question is if I could potentially get, an email or a contact information, if I can like follow up just about like maybe certain questions I may have. I'm looking to build pipelines for opportunities like this because my organization works with black and brown young men and also young ladies from like South Central LA, Compton, Long Beach, all over. And a lot of times they don't have like they might want to do something like this. They might want to get into entertainment, but they don't. There are no pipelines that exist. And so my job is to connect them with those pipelines that fall within their interest. So I would love to like continue the conversation, contact you guys and see if we could potentially plug some of our youth in who are interested in stuff like this, but just don't have the accessibility to it.
Wow. Well, that is exactly what we're here for. Pipelines is a tricky word. There's dumb pipelines and there's smart pipelines. And we're not trying to just get programs and people in and out of pipelines. We're really trying to get people hired. And our goal really is to try to be a bridge between the job hires and the job seekers. So in order to do that, we were fortunate enough to have a relationship with Munir and Heartbeat Studios to give ourselves an opportunity to bring a job hire into our apprenticeship program. Because a lot of people have apprenticeship programs, but there's nobody there that will really commit to hiring anybody at the end of that process. And we know that there's at least a couple of jobs he's looking to hire to fill right now, and that's kind of what we're challenging everybody who has a pipeline program is to find more job hires so that we can train and certify people against what those job hires expectations are. Their culture, the archetype of person they're looking for is key to what we're doing. Because if we don't have that information, what are we doing? And the people that are really in a position to shine and show themselves in front of these people who are day to day trying to figure out how to keep their businesses going. I think there's a need for both the hirers and the seekers to find each other, and that's what we're trying to get done. And
Yeah.
I'm also Zakia, go ahead.
Okay,
Zakia?
I'm sorry. So I think personally, only two of my guys will probably be a good fit for this actual program. The rest of them will probably need to go into the pre-apprenticeship program because they're really just trying to figure out what areas they want to go into. So I will be filling out, well, I will be helping some of them fill out their thing. Do they just need to put that they want to do pre-apprenticeship?
Well, I think if I don't want to shortcome anybody. If they fill out the form, we can determine by looking at the form where I think we can put them.
Okay.
Because part of it's going to not only look at the form, but actually bringing people in to interview.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So we're running short on time. Actually, we've got a production meeting. As a matter of fact, I did want to mention this. We are as a nonprofit organization. I have two nonprofits. One of the things that we're doing is we're going to be recruiting people in the apprenticeship program, as well as out of the program, to be involved with live event productions, documentaries, and ongoing projects. And one of them that I'm really proud to announce is we're planning a live streamathon on February 14th at the SOLA Teen Tech Center. And at 12 noon, we're going to be heading over there to have a meeting regarding the who, what, where, why, and how of that production. I also am going to be working with some of the folks that are on this call and inviting them with a project that's been greenlit. I have a distributor for a documentary. So there's quite a bit of movement in terms of what we're looking for in terms of people who can, you know, take their talents and match them with projects that we have. Then we have other people who are looking for talent that we haven't brought onto the program. We're really focused right now on Heartbeat. And I wanted to, you know, to be mindful that this is the Heartbeat apprenticeship training program. So we won't talk about a lot of other things right now. But the document that we put into the chat, if we can get everybody to fill that out, we can actually start to put this program on the board, get it rolling, as well as getting our pre-apprenticeship program going. So that's what we really need. And I'm hoping that if we can get those forms back, at least by Monday, we can start to get the other group orientated and have some information back, you know, when we're going to meet in person back at Heartbeat Studios. So with the last couple of minutes, does anybody have any questions, suggestions, or comments?
I do have a couple questions. So I know that there are many different opportunities. What is most needed?
Well, right now, that form is the most needed.
I already got you on that form though.
Well, no. I mean, and again, just process. If I get that form, I can start to figure out how to be a traffic cop and put people in different directions that I think we can fill in some roles. But that's really, again, just how, you know, how backed up we are, because we should have had this thing on the road a long time ago. But we need those 30 people, the right 30 people to start this program with. So that form will help us get there. And again, for anybody that wants to talk to me about things outside of Heartbeat or actually inside of Heartbeat, my email address is there. Some people have my cell phone number. Actually, I'll put my cell phone number in there also, because I want everybody to be able to have access on demand to anything that we're doing. So my goal really is to try and get, you know, your success is my success. So if anybody has questions, suggestions, comments, please hit me up, and this is my life. So I'll be able to respond as quickly as I can to whatever we can do to make something happen together. So again, any questions, suggestions, or comments before we break contact?
I was just wondering, around what time were you thinking of having things be in person?
Again, it's really dependent upon how we can get the forms filled out, Torrance. So have you filled out that form yet? Because again, it's available for people to fill out right now.
I am working on it. I'm just asking because I'm in Arizona right now, but I'll be back in California pretty soon.
I would say I don't have an answer for that question. I'm sorry, but it's pretty quick because we're really we're up against the clock. There's some projects that you guys are missing, and they're looking for talent right now. So the longer we wait, the longer everybody's missing out. Okay, so I'm going to give everybody their time back. So we're going to sign off, and please be in contact. All right.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Have a good weekend.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Appreciate you. Thank you.